You're listening to Zap Night's Zap Chats, a monthly video game discussion. Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Zap Chats for September. September? It is September. We got everybody here in the Zap Night group. I'm Danny.
I'm Kaylee.
You.
I'm waiting for
I'm Evan.
I'm Seth.
All right.
No, you're not.
Got all our introductions in.
Meowth. That's right.
Yes. So today we are going to be talking about some stuff. We're going to be going over iTunes reviews. We're going to be talking about Nintendo Direct. And we're going to be talking about Seth and Evan's departure.
Bum, bum, bum.
But before we get into that, the lovely intro music that you just heard was from a good friend of mine, Smurf Syndrom Music. Check him out, Instagram. It's been a while since I've had a chance to thank him. So this has been the first opportunity. I mean, I've thanked him privately between him and me. So, I mean, he knows how grateful I am. But so the rest of the world knows, dude, thank you so much for sending us a new intro song for our couple episodes. I did send him a Wii. Not that he asked. Well, not that he didn't pay for it, and it wasn't an exchange necessarily. But I felt like he wanted one, so I sent him one. So yeah, I don't know. I hope you're having fun with it. Anyway, what's everybody been playing? Kaylee.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so me and Kaylee have been trying to play Final Fantasy VI.
Keyword is trying.
It's kind of. I can't say I've been putting that much effort into
I've been
actually
putting a lot of time into Mario Maker 2.
Why?
I don't know.
It's amazing.
It's a good pastime. It's I'll just sit down, wind down with some levels, and then call it a day.
I feel like every time I play Mario Maker, I end up getting so roped into it for hours trying to perfect a level.
It's a good way to kill an afternoon.
To demolish an afternoon.
You got to be somewhere in 3 hours. Oh, I'm playing some Mario Maker 2.
4 hours later.
4 hours later. Oh.
I'm late now.
Oh no.
You'll just play for an hour, and next thing you know, it's 3 a.m.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Mario Maker 2. Perfect for plane rides.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And you don't need Wi-Fi for it.
It's true. If you're not playing the online levels.
Right. I mean, if you're making a level, that's the way to go.
Apparently,
Anyway.
we should play some Mario Maker 2.
Yeah, but I mean, I've already announced Final Fantasy VI. We have to finish this game, and then we can play whatever we want. But Final Fantasy VI, I need to just sit down and focus and get it done.
What you should just do is just each one of us makes a Mario Maker level, and then just whoever make it a competition, so you can make the most.
Do you guys have Mario Maker 2?
Yes.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I don't know. I'm down with that. That would be fun.
Secret, super awesome special episode.
Yeah.
Mario Maker 2.
The not so secret, not so
secret
special.
that I just gave away just now.
Well, secret
cut
until
that part
now.
out.
We've actually been planning for a month. We just name dropped it.
So otherwise, I'm I don't know, maybe 7 hours into Final Fantasy VI.
I think it was I was a little farther ahead of you, and then a little bit of time passed, and now you're a little farther ahead of me.
Yeah, I mean,
we're still kind of neck and neck.
Terra just exploded and flew away, and then I went to the next town, and that's where I'm at right now.
As one does.
Right. But otherwise, yeah, I need to be focusing on playing it. I'm not streaming it anymore, so if anyone's been trying to follow my streams, which I know nobody has, I haven't been streaming it mainly because RPGs are so boring to try and stream, especially if nobody's watching it. So it's I'm just sitting there.
Yeah, no one likes to jump in the middles.
And I'm just trying to entertain myself, so I'm saying the dumbest stuff, and I'm I just need to just not stream anymore. Just sit in silence and enjoy the game.
Yourself.
And yeah, exactly. So what have you guys been playing, Seth, Evan?
Well, we've been playing Halo 3, which we beat in 5 hours. But
We beat it in 5 hours 3 weeks ago. We had actually 2 of our buddies come and play with us. We did it on Legendary, which is my first time actually beating Halo 3 on Legendary.
Legendary's the hardest.
The hardest difficulty, yeah.
Oh, nice.
And it actually wasn't as bad. It was.
It really wasn't.
The
with
worst part
4
about
people.
it was Cody.
Yeah, one of the other guys was kept betraying everyone, causing
Just hit him in the back
problems.
of the head to get the sniper rifle.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad. So we did that. I've been playing some Call of Duty in preparation for the new one that's coming out. Because I actually want to like play this one a little more competitively. Because I haven't done so in a little while. Been doing that, and then I finished doing everything Kingdom Hearts 3. Which I know when I said I was playing it, it was a long time ago. But I finally... Because I would play it for a little bit, and then I would stop. And then I'd play a little bit more. But I finally got it. So...
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Playing Minecraft and Fallout
yeah.
New Vegas.
But New Vegas modded with Fallout 3 in it, right?
Yeah, it's this cool mod called Tale of Two Wastelands where it takes Fallout 3 and New Vegas and makes them into one game.
That's awesome.
And you can like travel back and forth between the 2 maps.
So I have a confession. I bought Fallout New Vegas for the PS4, and I'm like, oh, sweet, this game came in. It might be awesome. I look at the packaging, and it's like online required. And I'm like, I'm not going to like this game. Like, I'm not going to play this
Talking about
game.
76.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm...
76.
Yeah, that's
I
what
was
it
like,
is. Yeah,
Vegas
sorry.
PS4.
I get my my Fallouts mixed up.
Yeah, 76 is okay.
Yeah.
It's not like the other ones, but it's a Fallout game.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of crap about it. I think I got it for free, so
Well, that's a good
I
price.
can't
better.
complain. But yeah,
You can play its new epic battle royale mode. Because
It's getting Battle Royale,
game-
it's getting
every
CPUs,
game needs a Battle
or
Royale.
not CPUs, but human, like
Yeah.
NPCs.
ah,
Which was
Finally?
a staple in like every other Fallout game, but they're just getting them.
Bethesda's really
This
just
must
going
be
off.
what like normal people feel like when they hear us talk. Like, I have no idea. What
like
we're
all
talking
this
about.
is just going
Yeah,
straight
that's
over
what-
your head.
I'm like, I like to play Animal Crossing.
Speaking of, let's go ahead and talk about Nintendo Direct while we're on the topic. Animal Crossing. They talked a little more about Animal Crossing. That was pretty cool. They did this. Kaylee hasn't seen it, so it's
No.
like I'm spoiling it for her.
It's okay. Well, yeah, it's fine.
They did this fun like it was like a Tom Nook no, that's not promo isn't the word. I was like infomercial. It was like an infomercial. And it was like Nook Inc. is having you come to this island, and it was
Thank
fun.
you for choosing our deserted island package.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. It was awesome.
I'm pretty hyped for that Nook phone.
Yeah, oh yeah, the Nook
Yeah,
phone.
that's pretty cool.
I've always wanted to try Animal Crossing. I just didn't want to pick up the 3DS, and I'm actually really excited now to play this one.
I'm excited for the Switch version.
Yeah,
It looks
it's gonna
pretty
be
cool.
awesome.
I don't know.
It's the main reason why I got a Switch.
Play Animal Crossing?
I don't
long
know
enough.
if I want to buy one copy or if I'm going to buy 2 copies. Because it's like, I know Lori wants to play, but I don't know if I also want to play or if I just want to play on like Lori's save file, like in one town. I don't know. So we'll see how
the
that goes.
co-op looks pretty.
Yeah, that's
promising.
crazy. You can
they had,
have up to 4 local players plus another. You can connect to another 4 online players for a total of 8 people in the world, which is insane.
I wonder how that's gonna work if like everyone's got their own screen.
Probably.
Or
No, I
like
don't know.
they're all gonna be on one screen. You have to share this one area.
That's kinda
so
what
if
it
one
looked
guy wants to
like.
go that way.
From
Everyone
the
else has to go.
Nintendo Direct, it kind of looked that was going to be the case. That like everybody was going to be on the one
Yeah.
screen, and you're going to be limited to what you can see on screen, which is kind of scary.
Well, didn't
Yeah.
they have it where someone wasn't that it was like the main hosting character was who they had to follow?
Probably.
I don't know. It was.
It'll probably be a lot like the way Pokemon Let's Go was,
Oh yeah.
where like you have that
Yeah.
second player that comes in and is just like a ghost.
I had to look up how to get this second player in.
It's stupid.
It's like shake the controller. Like
It's
I
so
never would have
dumb.
guessed that. It's not a Wii remote.
So with that, Pokemon, they had a little bit more Pokemon news. They had a couple new Pokemon announced.
Mm-hmm.
They had a cooking like
A curry on rice.
yeah,
system.
curry. Yeah, that's what it was.
Here's the deal, right? They're not adding all the Pokemon in. but they can afford to put in 100+ flavors of curry in their curry decks. Okay.
That's a solid point, man. I don't know what they're thinking. I have no idea.
A mini game that maybe 1 or 2 people will put some effort in.
And they're just like, we can't have all. It's just inevitable. We can't have all the Pokemon.
But we can have all the
You
curry,
totally can.
I'll tell you that.
I've never had curry.
We could add the other 100 Pokemon in, or we could add 100 extra curry flavors. Curry flavors on DLC too.
Yeah.
They didn't announce that. I'm
The
just
curry DLC package.
I could see that happening.
Yes.
DLC pack 1.
I look over at Kaylee, she's like, really? Already DLC?
For those of you who like the curry minigame and Sword and Shield, you're going to love this.
Introducing Curry DLC Pack 1 and Pack 2, Summer 2020 and Winter 2020.
Get the season pass for Sword
Get the
and
season
Shield.
pass. The Curry Pass.
The curry pass.
Curry
It's fire.
seasoning.
Seasoning
go.
packets.
Chicken. Whatever the other
Beef.
one. Beef.
Shrimp.
We're starting to talk about ramen noodles here now. So
That's the ultimate like gamer snack though.
I know.
I mean, I could go
Doritos?
for some.
Doritos
No, see, Doritos
and
no, because then you get your
Mountain
fingers all
Dew.
messy. And then you gotta clean it up.
Yeah,
you
that's
just take a
true.
spoon, just
Can
keep
we
going.
can we stop a minute to talk about why wheezing looks like a bong?
I really like Weezing,
I do
actually.
too. He's totally I'm going to have one.
I don't think he looks like a bong. I see where they're going. I can see how it could be interpreted as a bong because it does kind of look like, and he smokes. But I like the smokestack like
Absolutely
hat thing.
dapper.
I get high just looking at him. That's crazy.
I don't know. He's gonna be at my party.
I think it's weird how for some of these more like revisions to these Kanto Pokemon recently, like Weezing's got like a mustache, right? And so did Golem in Sun and Moon, I think.
Well, so did the Rattata.
Yeah, they just add mustache.
Just add a mustache. It's a new region Pokemon.
Hey man, on the flip side, have you ever shaved someone's mustache and see how different they look? That's what they need to do for Nose Pass
Yes.
or whatever his
Evolution is. Like
That'd be terrifying.
Snot Nose. I don't know what his name is.
Snot nose.
Steel Nose. I don't know. Anyway,
Probo Pass.
Probopass.
was there anything else Nintendo Direct or Pokemon related from Nintendo Direct?
They
I
revealed
think
the
that was it.
creamy thing and
Tube.
the weird pelican bird that spits fish.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that
it
was
the
cool.
teapot. The teapot.
Oh, the
looking one.
teapot, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was part of the curry, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, that was when they were announcing Pokemon. I thought.
Anyway, yeah, they have a ghost. Okay, so get this: the ghost in the teapot. There was something about the way the announcer was like promoting this Pokemon was you could the player or Pokemon could taste the tea flavor of the ghost tea Pokemon. It was really weird. It was really bizarre. Like
Tastes like depression.
taste my flavor. Like let's not.
That's nasty.
I've been seeing a post online recently that someone actually predicted that Pokemon like 3 years ago.
Oh really?
The same name and everything. I think it's like Poltegeist or something.
Yeah, it is.
It was
I
like
get it.
the same stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what his name was. Poltegeist.
guys.
I appreciate a good pun.
I like the concept, the ghost Pokemon in the teacup or the
The teapot.
kettle. Yeah.
Reminded
But-
me of that Disney movie
Yeah.
with the
It's Beauty and the
talking
Beast.
teapot. Yeah.
That Disney
I've never
movie.
seen it. But
That's a broad statement.
Come on, man.
I saw it in Kingdom Hearts one time.
Nintendo Direct. What else? There was a handful of indie games that are coming to the Switch.
Oh, there was that one on the ship where it was like all
Yeah,
black
that
and
looked
white.
really
That
cool.
looked amazing.
That looked really
That was
cool.
really cool.
But that's already out. Like you could play that on the Xbox.
Yeah,
or
but is it
whatever.
on a Switch?
Not yet, but it's
Oh,
coming.
There you go.
And so is Overwatch.
I just refuse.
Yeah.
I refuse to play Friday the 13th until it came on the Switch. Like, I'm sorry, but
I think a lot of people are like that though. I think it's the portability of it
yeah.
that is fun.
Yeah, it's taking like modern gen games and taking them on the go.
Like
While
Overwatch.
While it is dumbed down,
Right.
but
I really liked that ship game that we were talking about. I can't remember the name of it. It was
like
something weird.
Something. It was like it was something. I don't know.
It was
The
some like
investigation
French name or something. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. Anyway, the art style was like a monochrome like art
Yeah.
style. It was really cool. Just like straight up black or white. There was no gray. It was just like monochrome. It was cool.
And like you could like rewind time to see
Yeah.
certain
to
crime
see
scenes.
what happened at the specific. Because you're trying to investigate, see what happened.
What? Because the boat like just washes up on shore or something, and it's up to your investigation team and your like magical watch.
Your compass, whatever.
Compass to
You got
go
the
back
Jack
in
Sparrow
time to see
compass
what
and there
happened.
you go.
Yeah, it is.
It's Ben 10.
Overwatch got announced for some
Yep.
reason on the Switch, which I didn't really have a problem with. I thought it was cool. It was just they were like, oh, the worldwide phenomenon finally on Switch. I'm like, the worldwide phenomenon, maybe 3 years ago, 2019. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think they're just trying to have more games that can take advantage of the online function to make people want to buy the Switch Online crap.
And they added the SNES.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the big one. Yeah, absolutely. So now with your online subscription, not only can you get the original Nintendo set, but they have a Super Nintendo set now. So it's all free if you've already got the online content. And there's only like 20 games right now, but they're obviously going to add more as they get more people involved.
It was weird because when they were showing the ones like right before they announced it, right? I was like, well, I already have all these games.
Yeah.
I know, yeah. I felt the same way. Like,
But it's,
how
like,
many
cool.
how many iterations of this game do I really need? Like, I have the Zelda, Link to the Past or whatever. Like, I have the original on the original Super Nintendo, but then I have it on the classic. I have it on, the virtual Wii. I have it on, now the Switch is gonna have it. So it's like, how many times do I need to own this game?
That's what I was thinking with Super Mario World. 'Cause I got Super Mario World, I got Super Mario All Stars with Super Mario World, and now I have this.
Yep.
So, sweet.
But then they have the controller too that they're coming out with.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool.
That was something too, because like when they had the NES ones, they would go on the sides of the Switch, and there was two of them.
Yeah.
With the SNES one, it's only one.
It's only one, and
it
they don't
doesn't
have the like
attach.
bar. Yeah. So it must just charge and then hook up like Bluetooth or something. Probably like a Pro controller does.
Yeah.
Cool nonetheless.
But yeah, I think that's about it for Nintendo Direct. I mean, that's the highlights
Nope.
anyway. There was a whole
Yeah.
bunch of other like Smash Brothers
Smash
had a bunch
Brothers.
of stuff. I don't care about Smash
That was-
Brothers.
Well, we do.
That was
I know.
So,
And there's a lot of people who does. So you guys talk.
So they revealed. So obviously we already knew Banjo and Kazooie were coming to Smash, and they announced that as of that day, the day of the Direct, it was going to be available, as well with the version 5.0 update. And then there was a demonstration with the guy himself, Masahiro Sakurai, demonstrating how the character works. And they also announced the next character, and they announced Terry Bogard from Fatal Fury. And from what I saw, not too many people were like crazy about him. Obviously, I guess he's well known, but
Everyone was just talking about Banjo Kazooie
Yeah.
and the other guy.
and they're like, "Oh, there's Terry Bogard, yeah."
I'm really sad. They had that announcement trailer that they had where all the characters were trying to grab the like invitation. They had a couple characters from Samurai Showdown on there, and I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be awesome, Samurai Showdown. And then no, like he didn't happen to grab it.
So
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know who any of those were.
Yeah, I
kinda
knew quite
who
a few
Terry
of them.
was, 'cause I think I've seen him in something before. I thought it was Ken at first.
it looks like just that they just
Ken
reskinned
with a
Ken.
hat.
Yeah. So that would typically that would leave only the one fighter left in the past, but they announced that they're actually going to make more
a second
DLC fighters
DLC. Yeah, they'll probably have another second DLC like.
Now. If I have to buy that, oh.
Fingers
Yeah, I'm sure
crossed
you
for
do.
Master Chief and Sora.
I guarantee you will. What they're doing is they've capped off this set of DLC, so now they're gonna have a second set of DLC that you got to buy another DLC.
A lot of people
pack.
think they're doing it because of the, the fact that no one really cares about Joker or Hero, or not now Terry Bogard.
Well, I mean, they can't put all their awesome characters in the first round.
I mean, they can.
They could, but then
Smash
they're
Bros.
not going to get any money on their next DLC pack.
That's what they did. Well, that's what they did with the with Smash 4.
Yeah,
That's
like
except for
every DLC for Smash 4 was like, holy crap, I gotta
Except
get
for Shulk.
this.
Except for Shulk.
Shulk wasn't DLC.
Oh, he wasn't?
No.
No, whatever.
But no one knew who he was before.
Because no one played Xenoblade.
Yeah. Which is coming to Switch.
Yeah, that was another one.
I might actually play that because I'm like, I'm not going to pick it up for the Wii. Like, I'm just not going to do that. But now that's coming to Definitive Edition, I'm like, I'll give it a try.
It's tough for me because part of me would rather play the original.
Right.
Like, I have this problem with a handful of the games that are being, like, remastered. Like, I kind of would rather play the original version and see what it was meant to be, how it was originally intended to be played, and then kind of experience it later on, the upscaled version. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. It's like Final Fantasy VI. I'm playing the original Final Fantasy VI. There's so many other versions that I could play. So many different, better upscaled versions of it. But, like, I'd rather play the original because it's
How it meant to be.
yeah, it was how it was intended to be played. Even though, yeah, there's a lot of translation issues and, bugs and stuff. But it's still, that was the original way that, that was what they originally made. Everything else has been, like, I don't know, changed or altered in some way that I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
No, I understand. I respect that.
So, are we ready to move on?
Well, I just wanted to add one more thing about
Yes.
good old Sakurai's presentation.
I didn't watch his thing afterwards.
Was it the
you
fact
didn't?
that he was like throwing little monkey wrenches at Microsoft through the entire time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I know this is a Nintendo Direct, but the only way you can play Banjo-Kazooie is on Xbox One, so I'm not telling you to go do it, but all the Nintendo presidents are like,
Yeah.
whoa, Sakurai.
He knows what he wants.
He's not Nintendo. He's Sora Limited. He can do whatever he
Yeah.
wants.
Is he actually employed by Nintendo,
No.
or is he? Yeah, I didn't think so.
He has
I
his
think
own-
that he
his own
was his
company.
own thing.
Yep.
That's how he's getting so many of these weird characters from everywhere else,
Mm.
because they all respect him, including Toby Fox, the guy who made Undertale, with Sans coming in as a Mii costume.
Yeah, I
for
did hear
Smash.
about that.
That's all anyone's talking about on Twitter. It came with Megalovania too.
It's a cool concept. Wasn't there? There was a game that they just announced that had a the music director from Undertale on.
Yeah, it was that Game Freak game.
yeah, that's what it was.
Something Hero.
Little town hero or something like that, or hero of a little town, or
Yeah, and it looked pretty similar to Pokemon, like the camera angles when you're battling and stuff.
yeah, and that part of it I wasn't a fan of. Like, don't mess with my Pokemon game.
It's like maybe Sword and Shield are lacking now because they're working on this game.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it. They split their team up. I don't know. I don't know,
get
man.
it. After 20 years of making the same game, you want to try something different.
Yeah.
But, don't just
I mean, maybe
abandon it.
it'll be awesome. But I don't like how the art style is so close. Like, you better go drastic if you're going to change, especially if you got something as iconic as Pokemon under your belt.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about our iTunes reviews.
Yay!
We have a few.
Are they all bad?
They're terrible.
I figured.
Everyone hates us. I can tell because no one's really sent in a review. The two that we have are people that we personally know. So,
Wow.
Wait a
yeah.
minute, I submitted a hate one in there somewhere.
I submitted a 5-star review that says 5 stars. Mainly because I wanted to see if I got an email or something, and I don't, but I decided to leave it because I count. I gave my own show 5 stars, gosh dang it.
5 stars.
It was great. So, if you guys would like to hear your review of our show,
you got a review first.
you gotta review it. Review it, and then we will read them on our Zap Chats, and we will talk about them. So with that, does anybody want to read these for me? Because I am
got you.
terrible reading out loud.
All
All right. Well, I'll let you do one, and then Kayla can do the other one.
right.
So read.
Be sure to do it in a review voice.
And review voice. My review
It's
voice
a
is
review
that
voice.
Good. Okay.
It depends
this
on the
one,
tone of the review.
This one's from W Winquist 77, an ever improving podcast. Full disclosure, I am friends with a few of the members of this group, having worked with him at a previous job. Also, this only relates to the audio podcast, due to the fact that I don't watch the video ones because I am often on the road. I have been a listener from the start. I have listened to the growing pains as they have progressed from beginners to seasoned pros at what they do. As such, there is no problem recommending this podcast to others gamers and fans of the retro community, as well as current gamers looking for people to relate to. The format is simple. Each of the reviewers give us 10 points to the story, graphics, gameplay, music, and overall fun. They tally all of it together at the end to give a letter grade, based on how well the game plays today. While you may not always agree on the assessment, you can understand and respect their overall score. The main reason I gave it a 4 out of 5. Wow, only 4, dang.
Yeah, I know, right? Dude, I know this guy.
You know this
Come on.
guy. Like they've been doing, there's still room to grow and improve. Some clarity in how they base their scores would be helpful for the audience, as sometimes there can be some inconsistencies between reviews. As they are expanding and what they are doing, I hope they continue to lose the nervous energy that you can still hear in the recordings. They have come a long way from their earlier incarnations to be a respectable podcast, and are certainly worth paying attention to.
Awesome.
Why are you so nervously talking all the time?
Well, I'm nervous all the time.
It's because of those 4-star reviews.
I know.
Right?
If I got more stars, I would be less nervous. No. Obviously, we've been doing this for 3 years now, and it still kind of gives you the nerves, especially like the first 20 minutes of any given episode.
Yeah,
it's a little like
weird at first.
yeah.
Just gotta get in that mode.
I think we're getting better. Obviously, the more we do it, the more fluid the conversations get. But
That's awkward.
shh, no, you didn't hear that. Anyway,
Cut it
That
out.
was a bad beat.
the I'm all flustered now.
4 stars.
All right, point taken. I'll take my 4 stars and go home. Oh no, but I mean, we are getting better. We really are. And it just the longer we do it, the better we're gonna get overall. I did want to kind of talk about our scoring system a little bit. Everybody has a different opinion, and I'm not going to set standards for someone's opinion.
I can understand. There are certain things that I can understand maybe why they would say that, because when we have stuff like for story, when there is no obvious story, I
we
can understand.
do different things all the time.
But it is kind of just like we take it, it just depends on the game, how much it impacts the game, and sometimes there is a story and it's just you want more. And
Right.
I don't know. I can understand why that would be a concern, but it's hard to. I think usually what we do is either we average it or we set it in the center as a 5, right?
Yeah, I think early we were doing this like 5, like you just
Right.
get a 5. Where now we're kind of trying to, if it literally has no story, we just take the average of the other 4 scores and set that as a story score. But I mean, it just kind of depends on the game and how we're feeling. Like, really, I'm not gonna. I don't care. I don't care. Like, I can give it a score of 11 if I wanted to, just because I can. The scoring system really doesn't matter.
No,
I think that that's the big thing.
I agree. And I mean, if you're listening to the podcast, you're just learning how we interpreted it regardless. Like you said, the scoring just does not matter.
Right.
We can give 11s?
No, we cannot. Yeah, no,
That's reserved only for Danny.
I don't think we've ever actually done an 11. I think we've given it a bonus point once.
Yeah,
I don't
maybe.
remember when, but it seems
I
like
think
I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give it a bonus point.
You may have mentioned, like, I'd give it an 11 if I could or something like
Yeah.
that, but
It really just depends on how we feel the game. The scoring system is really just a fun way
it's like a
to
guide, if you will.
express how much we enjoyed that aspect of the game. Not so much that there is a standard, but the standard is the 1 through 10, and that's our personal, like, how we felt that score should be. And I don't care what anybody gives. Any of the guests that I've had on, I've had, like, when Evan reviewed Half-Life, he like gave it almost 10s across the board. And I'm like, dude, you got to be a little more critical than that. But, you know, if you love the game that much, my score may be drastically different. So, you know.
Sometimes they are.
Yeah, yep.
Sonic Adventure.
That game was just a bad game. That's not even.
It's not though.
It's a pretty bad game.
It had potential.
It was a bad game on a bad system. Let's just get that out of the way.
All right, Kayla, you want to read the other one?
This is from Don Mo Weigh-In Radio. Awesome game reviews. This podcast approaches game reviews from an authentic angle. It's not just another game review podcast. This podcast is game reviews done the way it should be, by gamers for gamers. They take their own approach at reviewing all types of games. The producer and guest are actually required to play through each game from start to finish before they can provide their monthly game review update. The amount of gaming hours logged alone to produce an hour-long episode for the Nintendo Switch Breath of the Wild episode was in the hundreds of hours.
It was 300, over 300.
They cut no corners, and they don't just review games they like to play. From AAA titles to dollar bin finds to retro classics, they cover it all. It's entertaining to listen to, and with each episode I've listened to, you can tell the producer just honestly loves gaming. If you're a gamer and you like gaming podcasts, get this into your rotation and share it out and help them get known. Thanks, Zap Night. Keep up the game reviews coming.
Woo!
How many stars?
That was a 5-star, wasn't it?
Ooh.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
again, I know this guy, so it was a friend one. I didn't ask him to do it,
On the
but
flip side, though, I mean, he sat down to actually write something out, so I
and
appreciate
you can
that.
tell that he's legit listened to the. So Don, thank you, but I
thanks.
love your show too. So keep up the work. Anyway, yeah, I mean, all of our episodes, the reviews, we legit sit down and play them start to finish.
And there have been days where I wish I could cheat.
I know.
Or there's been days where, like, we beat it, like, an hour before the podcast.
Yes. There are days that, like, usually the Final Fantasy ones where it's like,
What was it?
we're so close to
Final
finishing
Fantasy,
it.
3? Oh,
Yes.
man, that was scary.
That was
I was getting
tough.
a little nervous there.
Yeah, and we would, like, review it and then have it up, like, that same day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, we really do sit down and play these games, and, you know, that's kind of like the core of what we do is reviewing video games. And
I mean, I appreciate that review, because truthfully, it's, when you think about it, if you're working, you have like other commitments, children, whatever you've got, like, it's kind of a lot of work when you know you have to sit down, kind of like Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah, I know.
I'm getting a little nervous there.
yeah, me too.
So, I mean, I appreciate that they know that.
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah, it is a lot of work. It is a lot of work to play a different game every single month, especially with some of these games that are so good that really need more attention. I mean, shoot, Spyro 3. I still want to complete that game. I still want 100% that game. And I just haven't had the chance yet.
I got rid of my Spyro and got it.
Oh,
for the
did you?
Switch.
So now you got to replay it?
But that's okay. I love that game. It's
Yeah.
such a good one. Go read that podcast or listen to it. Read it. Listen
read
to
it.
it.
We're
Wait,
gonna
we need
start having
subtitles.
transcripts of it.
Transcripts of
Text
every
to
podcast
speech.
starting now.
That's not true. But we could.
Available on Audible.
Why are we on Audible?
Don't look at me. I don't know. Evan, why are we not on Audible yet?
Well, you can now. You can set yourself up with a 1-year $5.
No.
Get your free
We are
birth-
not.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Use code ZAP. No.
code Zap.
Get our G Fuel flavor.
Oh, jeez. So, to a sadder note, Seth and Evan, you guys, you got one more review left. You actually, the next podcast episode coming out on the 15th is going to be Halo 3. And that's going to be it for your guys' reviews, isn't it? So what's
Is there any plans in the making?
yeah, what do you got? What do you guys got going on that you're changing things up with?
We're working on something right now with a couple of our friends. It's, I don't know. I don't want to.
It's a work in progress.
It's a work in
Yeah,
progress
sure.
right now. We're
Anything.
planning everything right now, but we are working on another project after this.
Do you guys want to we can always put it in the show notes too. If there's any place you want people to follow you after.
I don't think there's anything yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
No.
All right.
It's in the idea stage.
We'll let people know when that starts coming out. But yeah, it's. I totally get it though, because like we were just talking about, the reviews are hard. Like to sit down and dedicate all this time to the reviews. I mean, you guys have put a solid year in. You know, you've had some really awesome reviews on a lot of really cool games. Some games that I don't think I'd ever really play. I mean, I would if I had a solid reason to play them, but like
Have you played Halo?
I haven't, no, and I don't really have any desire to. I mean, maybe the first one because I like the original Xbox, but like I'm just not an Xbox fan, so like all the Xbox games are just kind of like meh to me. I have a lot of them. I mean, you know, I collect them still, even though I don't necessarily play them, but I don't know. So yeah, Halo 3. How long you said it took you guys like 5 hours to beat that game?
Yeah, 5 hours. We started like 8 o'clock at night, and then we invited our 2 friends, and we had it done by like 2 a.m.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
All
See, we
obstacles.
can play Final Fantasy VI together.
Well, let's do it, Kaylee. We'll start tonight, and then we won't. You can't go home until it's done.
It's like a 35-hour difference. Honey, you'll have to take the baby to work.
I'm so hungry. Oh
I have
man,
to use the bathroom. No, sit down.
you're Tara. Start reading.
Wow.
Oh man. Yeah, I really have enjoyed you guys being on the podcast, so it's sad to see you guys go. Obviously we'll invite you guys on for Zap Chats and Unnew and random reviews from time to time. And if you guys are eager to throw in a review, just let me know. You know, I'd be happy to have you guys on. So the changes that we're making to Zap Night, we're keeping the first review, me and Kaylee, or me and a guest, depending on how the stars align. The first is going to stay a review episode. That's not going to change. The 7th, which is currently Zap Chats, which is what you're listening to right now. Thanks for listening.
Hi.
That's going to stay the same, Zap Chats. We're going to be throwing in some interviews into the mix. We're going to be throwing in some just whatever other random stuff we can throw in there. That's all Zap Chats. Just us chatting with other gamers, us chatting amongst ourselves. Then on the 15th, which would normally be Seth and Evan's review, we're going to be changing to a... we don't have a running title for it yet.
It's a work in progress.
It is very much a work in progress. But we're going to be playing other region-specific games, and I kind of want to focus on Japanese games that are Japanese exclusives, mainly because I think it's going to be hilarious for us to sit down and try and play with having no Japanese language experience whatsoever. So I kind of think it's going to be fun.
Call it Lost in Localization.
Yeah, I don't know what we're going to call it. I really like region free.
Region Unlocked.
But there's another region free podcast that I'm not gonna steal their name, but I like that title. But I don't know. We'll come up with something. But yeah, I've already got myself a Super Famicom.
Yay.
I have a handful of games. I did pick up a PAL game that is Japanese and Europe only. So I mean, there's a couple games that I'm going to be throwing in there. We're not going to be playing them all the way through like we do for the reviews, but we're going to be sitting down trying to play them and have you guys just kind of experience that with us. But then on the 21st, yes, the 21st, we're still going to do the Unnew, which is all of our thrift shop finds. We're getting stuff all the time, so we have some quirky games. That's an understatement. We have some really bad games, too. So I hope everybody's been enjoying all of our new content. And, yeah, anything else we want to talk about?
If you guys do Pepsi Man for the region thing, I'm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm sure Isn't that like a really expensive game too?
It's over $100.
Jeez. I don't know. Maybe someday. If anybody wants to donate Pepsi Man, we will happily. Even if we just borrow the game, I would happily review it and send it back. So if you have the game,
unless Seth gets a hold of it, then he might not get it back.
Oh man. So thank you guys so much for listening to our Zap Chats. Like I said, next episode is going to be Halo 3. That's going to be on the 15th, so stay tuned for that. And we will see you guys in the next one. Zap off?
Adidas.
That's not the right show.